Consistency is not a routine, it's a quiet rhythm echoing through the universe. Every sunrise, every heartbeat, every tide that kisses the shore moves in patterns of devotion, never rushing, never doubting, just becoming. In that steady unfolding lies the secret to mastery, not in sudden brilliance, but in the gentle persistence of showing up when no one is watching, of trying again when the world seems still. We think progress happens in leaps, but life teaches us otherwise. Mountains rise not in moments but in millennia. The seed doesn't bloom by ambition, it blooms by patience. In every act of repetition, in every humble effort, we mirror the same divine intelligence that turns seasons and spins galaxies. When we align with that rhythm, when our effort becomes prayer and our patience becomes faith, we stop chasing mastery and start embodying it. Because in the grand design of life, mastery isn't achieved, it's remembered. Consistency is the heartbeat of creation, the unseen pulse that turns chaos into art, noise into music, and effort into excellence. The universe itself moves in patterns of devotion. The sun rises without hesitation, the moon waxes and wanes in quiet rhythm, and the waves return faithfully to the shore. Nothing rushes, yet everything unfolds with purpose. In our own lives, mastery is born not from moments of brilliance, but from the sacred repetition of showing up. The days we feel unseen, unheard, or uninspired, those are the silent movements in the grand symphony of our becoming. Every act of persistence is a prayer, every small effort a conversation with destiny. We are not separate from the rhythm of life. We are part of its eternal cadence. And when we surrender to that rhythm, when we keep walking even through the stillness, we discover the truth. Mastery isn't conquered in a moment. It's revealed through devotion. You know what's fascinating. The universe never rushes. The sun doesn't panic about whether it'll rise on time. The ocean doesn't question whether the next wave will make it to shore. The trees don't compete to see who blooms first. Everything just moves, steadily, rhythmically, in perfect harmony with time. And when you stop long enough to notice, you realize something incredible. Everything that has ever lasted, everything that has ever become magnificent, has done so through consistency. The stars don't shine brighter one night and dim the next. They just keep burning. The universe is, at its very core, a masterpiece of repetition, an endless dance of persistence and patience. But somewhere along the way, we forgot that rhythm. We got caught up in chasing speed. We wanted instant results, quick recognition, immediate transformation. We started treating growth like a sprint when it was always meant to be a symphony, slow, deliberate, and deeply intentional. And that's why we struggle, not because we lack potential, but because we've forgotten how to stay, how to show up when the progress is invisible, how to move with life instead of against it. You see, the real challenge isn't starting something. It's continuing when it no longer feels exciting. It's aligning your daily rhythm with something greater than mood, motivation, or momentary reward. It's understanding that consistency isn't about force, it's about flow. It's about realizing that every small act you repeat is a note in the larger music of your life. Think about it. Every master, every artist, every creator who's ever changed the world didn't arrive there through one grand act of brilliance. They arrived through thousands of small, unseen repetitions. The musician who plays the same scale for hours, the writer who writes through rejection, the athlete who practices long after the crowd is gone. They've all tapped into the same universal truth. Mastery lives in rhythm. And that rhythm, it's not glamorous, it's not loud, it's quiet. It's like the heartbeat you don't notice until you pause to listen. It's the silence between actions that gives the actions meaning. When you start seeing your life as part of that universal rhythm, everything shifts. Suddenly, patience feels powerful. Delays don't mean denial, they mean timing. You stop chasing outcomes and start honoring progress. You begin to trust the process because you realize life itself trusts the process. There's this beautiful line I love. The tide doesn't rush, yet it reaches the shore every single time. That's consistency. It's the knowing that if you just keep moving, even slowly, you will get there. So maybe the question isn't, how fast can I grow? Maybe it's, can I move in harmony with the rhythm of life? Can I stay faithful to the process, even when no one's clapping, even when it's hard, even when it feels like nothing's changing? Because here's the truth, everything changes in the quiet, mountains rise in silence, seeds sprout beneath the soil, unseen. The universe does its finest work where no eyes can see, and so do you. Consistency isn't about doing more, it's about remembering that you're already part of something vast, rhythmic, and wise. When you align with that flow, mastery stops being a destination and becomes your natural state of being. Because the moment you move in rhythm with life, life begins to move in rhythm with you. You know, everyone loves the idea of success, the applause, the recognition, the you made it moment. But the truth, mastery isn't built there. It's built long before that, in silence, in the early mornings when no one's watching, in the nights when you're exhausted but still take one more step. Effort without applause, that's where the magic happens. That's where consistency becomes sacred. We live in a world that celebrates results, but overlooks the rhythm that creates them. People will see the moment you shine, but they'll never see the hundreds of moments you kept going in the dark. The truth is, the path to mastery is rarely glamorous. It's repetitive, often lonely, and profoundly spiritual. Because showing up when no one notices isn't weakness, it's devotion. It's saying, I believe in something enough to keep going, even when the world is silent. There's this quiet power in repetition. It's the same strength that keeps the heart beating through every emotion, that keeps the earth spinning even when we forget to notice. Consistency is life's language, and when you choose to speak it, the universe listens. But let's be honest, it's not easy. When progress feels invisible, our minds scream, what's the point? We crave validation. We want proof that what we're doing matters, and yet, that's the very moment mastery is being born. Because when you choose to continue without applause, you begin to build something unshakable, self-trust. You stop performing for the world and start showing up for yourself. You stop needing proof because the act itself becomes your proof. Think about it. Every artist paints dozens of unseen canvases before one masterpiece. Every athlete trains through countless invisible mornings. Every teacher, every builder, every parent shows up without applause more times than anyone will ever count. And that's where real power lies, in the invisible consistency, in the quiet faith that each small effort, no matter how unnoticed, is adding up to something divine. There's something profoundly human about that kind of commitment. It's not about being perfect, it's about being faithful. It's about trusting that growth doesn't always make noise. It hums softly, patiently, waiting for the moment when everything aligns. When you show up day after day, even when it's hard, you're not just building skills. You're shaping your soul. You're proving to yourself that you are capable of staying true, even when life feels uncertain. And here's the irony. The moments when you feel most unseen are often the moments when you're being shaped the most. Because silence is not a void, it's a classroom. It's where your character gets built. So the next time you find yourself wondering if anyone notices your effort, remember this. The universe always notices. Every action, every repetition, every small, faithful step sends a ripple through the fabric of your becoming. You don't need the world to clap for you yet. You just need to keep showing up. Because mastery isn't a reward for being seen. It's the quiet result of being steadfast. And one day, when the world finally does notice, you'll smile. Not because of the applause, but because you know. The real victory happened long before anyone was watching. Consistency isn't the echo of applause, it's the heartbeat of devotion. Let's talk about something we all hate to admit: boredom. That heavy, silent space that shows up when progress slows down. You know the one. The routine feels repetitive, the excitement fades, and suddenly your dreams don't look quite as shiny as they used to. Here's the truth nobody tells you: boredom isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Every master, every creator, every success story you admire has lived through long seasons of boredom. They didn't escape it, they learned from it. Because in those moments where nothing seems to be happening, something is happening. You're being refined. You're learning endurance, you're building patience. You're shaping the kind of person who can handle success without losing their soul. We live in a world that worships stimulation. Constant scrolling, endless updates, a new distraction every second. But mastery, it lives in the quiet, in repetition, in the discipline of doing the same thing again and again until it becomes art. It's like the old saying: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The action doesn't change, the awareness does. You see, boredom is what happens when your body is still, but your ego is restless. It wants novelty, it wants recognition, but your soul wants depth. It's in the ordinary that the extraordinary begins to take root. Think about your favorite characters from Taarak, Mehta, Ooltah, Chashmah. Every day, it's the same Gokuldam routine: Taarak's lectures, Jethalal's drama, Daya's garba, Papatlal's eternal bachelor life. But what makes it beautiful is the rhythm of the ordinary. The laughter, the connection, the warmth of daily life. That's where the heart of the story lives, and our lives are the same. The beauty isn't always in the big milestones. It's in those small, repetitive, everyday actions that slowly build who we are. The morning you got up even when you didn't want to. The day you practiced again after failing yesterday. The quiet walk you took just to clear your mind. That's mastery in motion. Boredom is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. But most of us run from it. We assume if something feels dull, it must be wrong. But what if boredom is actually a sign that you're exactly where you need to be? That you've stopped chasing the high and started cultivating depth? When you stop resisting boredom, something beautiful happens. Your focus deepens, your awareness expands. You begin to notice the subtleties. The way your breath steadies when you repeat a movement. The tiny improvements that only time can reveal. Consistency, after all, is the art of falling in love with the process, not the outcome. And boredom is the test that asks, are you willing to keep showing up when the magic isn't obvious? You see, the ordinary moments are not a pause in your journey. They are your journey. Every repetition, every nothing special a day is quietly layering mastery within you. The world teaches you to chase excitement, but growth, real, lasting growth, comes from embracing stillness, from trusting that beneath the quiet surface, something profound is taking shape. So the next time boredom whispers, "This doesn't matter," smile and keep going. Because that's the exact moment mastery is being molded. The truth is, greatness isn't built in moments of thrill, it's forged in moments of stillness. When you learn to see beauty in the ordinary, you stop chasing purpose and start living it. Because the ordinary is not the opposite of greatness, it's the foundation of it. Let's be honest. No, one likes resistance. We avoid it, complain about it, pray it away. Resistance feels like the universe saying no when all you want is a small, merciful yes. But what if resistance isn't rejection? What if it's a form of guidance? A divine kind of pressure designed not to stop you, but to shape you. Every path of mastery, every chapter of growth will have its moments of friction. Those moments where nothing seems to work, when progress slows to a crawl, and your faith wavers. You'll question yourself, your dreams, even your worth. And yet, those are the very moments that carve your strength. Think about it. If life were always smooth, we'd never develop balance. If water met no resistance, It would never carve valleys or shape mountains. Resistance gives form. It's the tension between where you are and where you're meant to be. And I'll tell you something profound. Growth never feels like growth while it's happening. It feels like chaos, like confusion, like being stretched beyond what you thought you could handle. But inside that discomfort, something sacred is unfolding. Resistance is life's way of asking, how much do you really want this? It doesn't come to punish you. It comes to refine you. It burns away what's shallow, what's inconsistent, what's not aligned with who you're becoming. It's like Jethalo trying to learn patience. Every time he faces a new problem, Bapuji's lectures, customers not paying on time, Daya's endless enthusiasm, it's not random. It's life giving him the same test in different disguises until he learns the lesson. Until his reaction changes, until he grows, and so it is with us. The same challenges show up in cycles, not because life is unfair, but because life is patient. It will keep giving you the same friction until you evolve into the version of yourself who can move through it gracefully. Friction is sacred. It's what separates those who talk about growth from those who live it. You see, when you start aligning with your purpose, it's not like the obstacles disappear. Sometimes they multiply. That's because purpose attracts resistance. The moment you decide to level up, life hands you weights to lift. It's like the gym of the soul. Every challenge is a spiritual dumbbell, meant not to break you, but to build you. And here's the twist. The more you resist resistance, the harder it gets. But when you stop fighting it, when you start to see resistance as part of the rhythm, you enter flow. Flow doesn't mean things become easy. It means you stop interpreting difficulty as disaster. You stop saying, "Why is this happening to me?" and start whispering, "What is this teaching me?" That's when the energy shifts. The same weight that once exhausted you now strengthens you. The same storm that once scared you now clears your path. When you begin to dance with resistance, you find that even struggle has music. Even friction can be graceful, because mastery isn't about avoiding the hard parts, it's about moving through them with awareness. Resistance is not your enemy, it's the sculptor, and you, my friend, are the marble. Every doubt, every delay, every detour, it's the chisel that reveals your depth. So, the next time you feel resistance pressing against you, don't run. Pause, listen, it's life whispering, you're growing. Because friction doesn't stop your flow, it creates it. Time, it's the one thing we all want to control, but never can. We try to speed it up when we're waiting for results, and slow it down when life feels good. But here's the beautiful irony. Mastery isn't about controlling time. It's about flowing with it. You see, patience isn't passive. It's not sitting still, waiting for the universe to deliver. It's a form of trust. A deep, unshakable belief that what you're working toward is already on its way, even if you can't see it yet. But that's hard, isn't it? Because we live in a culture that worships speed. We scroll fast, eat fast, decide fast. And yet, somehow, we still feel behind, and this is where time humbles us. It doesn't rush for anyone. The tree doesn't bloom because you stare at it longer. The river doesn't flow faster because you shout at it to move. Life unfolds in its own rhythm, and our work is to sync with that rhythm, not resist it. When you learn to trust the timing of your journey, patience stops feeling like waiting and starts feeling like alignment. Think about Taarak Mehta Ooltah Chashmah for a second. Have you noticed how every episode is about patience in disguise? Bide trying to maintain order, Papatlal waiting for his wedding, Jethalal navigating 1,000 daily disasters. It's all chaos wrapped in time. But underneath the laughter is a truth. Everyone is learning patience through the ordinary flow of life. That's exactly how the universe works. Every delay, every detour, every quiet stretch where nothing seems to happen, it's not wasted time. It's preparation time. It's the soil gathering nutrients before the bloom. You see, consistency and patience are twins. Consistency is what you do. Patience is how you feel while doing it. Without patience, consistency becomes exhausting. With patience, it becomes peace. And here's something I want you to really take in. Patience is not about waiting for the right moment. It's about making this moment right. Because when you're aligned with your purpose, you don't chase the clock. You trust the process. You realize the universe isn't late, it's precise. Mastery takes time because mastery isn't just about skill, it's about evolution. It's about becoming the person who can hold the success you're asking for. And that takes inner stillness. You can't rush transformation any more than you can rush sunrise. It arrives when you're ready to see it. Sometimes when things slow down, when progress feels invisible, that's when the deepest growth is happening. You're building roots. You're expanding in ways the surface can't yet show. It's like a seed underground. It's unseen but not unliving. It's quietly preparing to break through, and that's what patience is. The courage to trust your unseen growth. We often say, "I'll be happy when," but the secret to mastery is realizing that when is already now. The journey is the destination. Every moment of showing up, every act of trust, every choice to keep going when results are invisible. That's where your mastery is being born. So let time do what time does best. Unfold, and let yourself do what you were meant to grow. Because when you align your effort with the universe's rhythm, you realize you were never behind. You were simply becoming. And that's the beauty of patience. It turns waiting into wisdom and time into transformation. Because the universe isn't in a hurry. Yet everything unfolds perfectly on time. We've talked about rhythm, effort, boredom, resistance, and patience. Now comes the truth that ties it all together. Mastery isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've been all along. Think about it. From the moment you were born, you carried within you an unshakable brilliance, a quiet knowing, a spark that life sometimes buries but never destroys. The journey to mastery isn't about adding layers. It's about peeling them away. It's about uncovering that deep, natural rhythm of your soul that's been humming beneath the noise all along. Somewhere along the way, we were taught to measure ourselves by result, titles, followers, money, recognition. But mastery doesn't live in those spaces. It lives in being, in showing up, imperfect and human with your full heart. When you think of mastery, you might imagine control, but true mastery is surrender. It's the art of moving with life, not against it. It's the dance between effort and ease, discipline and grace. It's knowing when to push forward and when to pause and listen. It's like the universe itself, constantly expanding yet perfectly balanced. And maybe, just maybe, that's the whole point. We chase mastery as if it's a finish line, but it's actually a homecoming. It's remembering that you were never separate from greatness. You were simply learning how to see it within yourself. You are not behind, you are not late. You are unfolding, just as the sun rises exactly when it should, just as the moon shines exactly when it's time. In Taarak Mehta Ooltah Chashmah, every character is on their own little path of becoming. Jethalo learning responsibility, Papatlo learning hope, Bide learning surrender. They fall, they fail, they laugh. But in the end, every day they try again, and that's it. That's mastery, not perfection, but participation. Not arrival, but awareness. When you start to see life this way, everything softens. The pressure lifts, because now every challenge becomes part of the dance. Every delay, every detour, it's all choreography. The universe isn't trying to test you. It's trying to teach you the rhythm of your own becoming. So don't rush to be done. Don't chase the version of you that lives somewhere in the future. That person isn't waiting ahead of you. They're growing through you. Every small act of courage, every quiet choice to keep going is how you meet them. Mastery at its core isn't about doing more. It's about being more conscious while you do what you already do. It's when your actions stop coming from fear and start flowing from truth. It's when your purpose stops feeling like a destination and starts feeling like your natural state. You are the artist, the canvas, and the masterpiece all at once. And when you realize that, something extraordinary happens. You stop striving to become and start allowing yourself to be, because true mastery isn't about reaching the peak, it's about becoming the mountain. It's about living in harmony with your purpose, flowing with time, dancing with resistance, and finding beauty in the ordinary. And when you finally see that, you realize you were never walking toward greatness. You were walking as it, because mastery isn't something you chase. It's something you remember,